Hello, welcome to this week of Hyperfixated. I'm joined here with my host, Austin,
What's up?
and we are going to be talking about our topic, which is, one of our topics for Nintendo.
Yeah, so this episode.
What does Nintendo mean to you, Austin?
What does Nintendo mean to me? Oh boy, I
Yeah,
started to. I mean, it's my childhood, man. I grew up on the DS. Like I remember buying my first DS with my own money, and that was like the first console I had. You know, so like I grew same one, the Cosmic Red, the same one. I still got mine.
I have my OG, my OG.
Yup. Yeah. The mine's got a broken hinge though, but I remember buying a DS. And ever since then, bro, Nintendo's just been top of the line for me because I have a whole business, bro, around Nintendo. Like I like Save Point Games. That's what I do. Um, I like I just what does Nintendo mean to me? It's everything, bro. It's nostalgia. You know.
I agree. See, I didn't start off with Nintendo like you did. I started off with a PlayStation 2. My first video game was Lego Star Wars, the first one. Played with my dad for a long time, and then when the Nintendo DS came out, that was my first game console was the Nintendo DS. And I remember I had this monster truck game, and I hated it, but it was the only game my dad got me at the time, so I just had to suck it up and play it.
If we're gonna, I'll
And
let you finish.
but like the more we played it, the more I liked it.
Yeah, like
Go
so.
ahead.
What I was gonna say was like the first console I ever had. My dad had a PS2 and I had a Game Boy Advance, right? So like those were my first two consoles
Mhm.
that I grew up with. I remember buying the first console I bought was a DS, I believe, if I remember correctly. But yeah, like I grew up on Nintendo though because like my parents are pastors and at the church that they went to like there was GameCubes and stuff and I ended up getting a GameCube out of that. Uh and yeah, so the GameCube is probably like one of my most nostalgic things too. So yeah, I would say like my first console was probably a Game Boy and a PS2 as well. I didn't have any of the popular games. Like I didn't have like Final Fantasy or like Kingdom Hearts or anything like that. I had Lego. I had Lego Star Wars, but I had like a lot of hunting games because my dad was into hunting. So and Medal of Honor.
Yeah. Well, every time I go to my grandma's house and I hang out with my uncle, we'd always play because he had a Nintendo, like a Super Nintendo, and then a regular Nintendo. So we'd play like Mario Bros. Like one, two, and three. We played two. Two was we were both. Oh, I was bad at two. He was good. He was really good at Nintendo. He still is really good at Nintendo games, especially Mario. And I'm stuck behind, going like, I don't like Mario 2 because it's too hard. And then like Mario Bros 3 was the first one I like beat to an extent when I was little. And then when I got Super Mario World, that was one of my favorite ones. Playing on the Super Nintendo, he'd always show me like he's like, oh, if you do this, I found a little Easter egg how to get to that next place over there. I'm like, how'd you do that? And then like, there's a little secret bridge you can go to get to Star World or whatever. And I was like, how'd you do that? What's that? I was like, my little 3-year-old brain couldn't comprehend
Colby's
it.
like
And I was like,
3-year-old brain. He was
what
like,
happened?
no
Yeah,
way.
I burped. That was it. Yeah. Um. Well, since we're on those little old Mario games, do you have a favorite power up from any of the old Mario games
Favorite power up
that like hasn't shown up since then? Because dude, mine was the boot
that hasn't
from Mario Bros. 3.
that hasn't shown up
Oh
since
no,
then.
mine was the frog. Mine was the frog from Mario Bros. 3. Yeah, frog suit hasn't came back in a minute.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't played Mario 3. I have it, but my NES died. Like I tried to open it back up and get back into it and clean it out, but like it rusted and really bad. Um,
Hey, hear me out. If you got Switch Online, you can play it for free on the Switch
yeah.
Online.
They have it for Game Boy Advance too. I don't know if it's the same, but
It's remastered.
yeah. I don't, but I didn't know if it was like the same game, like same platforms or anything was taken out. But
It is.
um, I don't know, bro, because like I'm not a big Mario guy. Like I like Mario, but like, you know what I'm saying? If I had to pick a
Yeah.
power up, I don't know. I like the little raccoon where he can like fly, but I know that's in Odyssey too. So
The
yeah,
Tanuki.
that's still around.
Well,
But
no. No, the Tanuki's not in Odyssey.
Is it? It's not.
Honestly, you don't have any
It's
powers up.
not. Well,
You don't
then
have any
which one is
power
it?
ups.
I know it's in a recent game,
Super Mario 3D. It's probably from 3D World.
probably, possibly, because I remember seeing it around. But I don't know. I'd have to say that's my favorite. Yeah, because I'm not,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not a big
All
Mario
right.
guy.
So yeah, let's see. With us starting with Nintendo and everything, what's your favorite console that Nintendo's ever made?
There's a lot of good consoles, right? It's like I'm gonna go into that real quick. They have like you've got like Nintendo 64, you've got Game Boy, you've got DS,
Based
you've got Switch, like like everything they've put out is good.
3DS.
3DS, everything they've put out is good.
Disregard the Wii U. The Wii U
Like
is
I'm not
not
even
good.
gonna hate on the Wii U, right? Because like the Wii U,
I will.
it
Scott the Waz taught me to hate on the Wii U.
if it was done correctly, I don't think it would have been as bad. But like
Watch Scott the Waz's video on
but
the
like
Wii
I was
U.
watching a video the other day, and the dude had a point, right? Like he was saying like
Mm,
when the Wii U was promoted, you didn't understand like what you were upgrading to because they just promoted the tablet. That's it. You felt like you were just
yeah,
getting a tablet. Um, but like if they would have promoted it better and been like this is a new console, not just an upgrade of the Wii, I felt like it would have done a lot better as a console. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the Wii
yeah,
U isn't as terrible as people make it out to be. I mean, it's bad, but it's not like it's not a fail. I would still play the Wii U.
yeah.
You know, so
And I think both of our favorite console, if I'm judging right, both of our favorite console is the one that is reportedly the worst selling console of
the
all
GameCube,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to get to that. Like I was gonna segue into that. My second favorite would probably be the 64,
Oh,
but like GameCube is definitely my favorite just because of the nostalgia.
yeah. I never had a 64, but I like the graphics for it. But yeah, my first favorite is by far the GameCube, and then my second favorite, I like the 2DS more than 3DS because this one takes away the 3D function. Here, I'll show you because I
Don't
have it
show me
with me.
that brick.
It takes away the 3D
Don't show
function.
me that brick.
I'm not,
I hate
nah,
that
bro.
thing.
Look, this thing. Look, it's
People
comfy.
say that and it's not.
It doesn't.
It's not comfy.
For me, it doesn't have a 3D function. Like I enjoy this.
Like I know it doesn't like the 3D function isn't important to me because I don't like the 3D. It looks it's weird to me. But like the
Valid.
brick 2DS, like this, I don't like this. This is
I think it's comfy. It's comfy in my
they
hands
can't
at
tell what I'm
least.
doing on the camera, but like the way you're
Probably
holding it,
because you've got big meaty claws.
yeah, it's just weird, bro. I don't like the brick stuff. Like I grew up on the DS, so like I'm used to that, like having that top screen behind my fingers, like you know what I'm saying, like in front of my fingers.
I'm used to having a messed up controller, bro. I love the GameCube, and the controller's iconic, but dude, that controller is freaking
I
jacked.
I I like the controls for the GameCube, but I will say
I
mine.
know, I like it. That's what makes it iconic for
I've
me.
played that thing so much, like the what do you call it? The toggle stick, bro. My toggle stick is so loose, like from just walking around.
See, since I love that controller so much, I even have a wireless one for my Switch, and I use it to play Smash Bros. And I can only play Smash Bros on the GameCube controller now because it's so good.
Hear me out. You want a topic? I'll give you a topic. Worst controller in history.
Wii U game
Nintendo
tablet.
6 or the Nintendo 64. Yeah.
That's valid as
Nintendo
well.
64. I feel like the game tablet
Oh, well, for
is
me, it's the
rough.
Wii U tablet because the controller is just the freaking tablet.
I feel you, but like in the Switch, the same
Well, that one
thing.
doesn't count as a controller for me. That one doesn't count as a controller. That one counts as a tablet
I
for
mean,
me.
that's like
So yeah, if I were to say worst controller, it'd be the 64 controller. That thing freaking
like yeah.
sucks.
If we're gonna talk controllers, I'm gonna go with the 64. Like the tablet, I get, but like the Switch is kind of similar. Am I wrong? Am I right? Wrong?
The Switch is like a long DS that you can take the controllers off of.
That's true. You can't take the controllers off and make them more comfortable. But like
My favorite part about the
in
Switch.
tablet mode, like I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah,
I,
that's valid. Mine has drift, so I don't really use it in tablet mode anymore.
I had Drift, and then I
Both
went
the
and
Game
bought
Boy Cons have drift.
mine
I call the Joy Cons the Game Boy Cons.
based. But
Yeah, it rhymes.
I went to like I ended up getting those Skyward Sword Joy Cons just because they're sick. I'm thinking about upgrading to the
Mm-hmm.
Switch OLED though. Thinking about upgrading to the.
It only looks good in tablet mode. It doesn't change anything on
It
the
doesn't
TV
change the
screen.
TV, but I do play in tablet mode a lot. So
Ah,
yeah,
let's see. But what makes the GameCube your favorite console? We never got into that.
I I
All right,
touched on it
nostalgia a little bit.
earlier,
Yeah.
but like it's just my I don't know, bro. It's just the nostalgia factor. Like I said, like that was I said my first console was the PS2 because my dad had one, and then the Game Boy I had for myself, and then the GameCube was like my first console, bro. Like Mario Kart Double Dash was my childhood, bro. That was my childhood. Like, but I didn't have a memory card, so I never beat it. You
So my childhood was the Wii because I never had a GameCube, but mine was like Mario Kart, Wii, everything like that. But like I haven't owned a GameCube until like 2022. So I found one on eBay for like $50. It was the guy said it was like broken. Only thing that was broken was the AC power cable. I bought a new one on eBay and the entire thing worked fine. I opened it up anyway and like cleaned it, dusted it, got it like clean as good clean as I could get it, and now it works like a dream.
GameCubes are so cheap for
But see,
some reason.
my favorite thing about the game, well, mine was cheap because it was quote unquote broken.
Yeah,
Um, my favorite thing about the GameCube though, I like the shape. It's a square, and then yeah, your boy likes cubes, and then yeah, dude, I think the music of the era, like in all the games, the music sounds really good. Like that old early 2000s music that they have in there, like the nostalgia that I don't even have for most of these games. I haven't played until I was like 22.
I'm sorry.
It's still for me. It's still nostalgic because I played a bunch of the sequels to these games. So going back and being able to play the first ones like from scratch, I'm like, there's still a sense of familiarity there because I've played this in some way before, and it's nostalgic to me because it's an older format. Like, because my first Animal Crossing was the one New
The
Horizons,
Switch one.
and then
Yeah,
yeah, and I said let me go back in time because like I've been watching videos on them, and I'm thinking I love the like old triangle pixelation that GameCube still had with certain games. And well, with Animal Crossing, it was supposed to be like the last game on the N64, but the ones in America, like the American one, the Japanese one was called Debetsu no Mori, and it came out for the N64. When they localized it for America, they said, no, we're going to add a few more things to it because Debetsu no Mori had like three different versions. Like had Debetsu no Mori, Debetsu no Mori E. Like they're adding a whole bunch of like extra stuff in it. So when they were going to like make it regionalized, they're like, you know what? Let's just make it for the GameCube and then just add all this stuff onto a disc instead of three different versions of the
hmm
game. So that's what they did. So that's why it looks like it has like N64 graphics to an extent, but it has the GameCube touch that you like. And that game made me realize that the GameCube's like revolutionary. Like it had like really good games come out, like Twilight Princess, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, Mario
I
Sunshine,
was about to say, bro, like
like about all the Mario parties, Pikmin,
you can tell how they
freaking
with the GameCube, you can see the advancement with the GameCube, right? Like you can
yeah,
see, like you were talking about, like the games, like when the GameCube first came out, and it started with like the N64 graphics
Luigi's
because
Mansion was the first one.
yeah, like they still had like rougher graphics because like there were some games that were on the N64 that they were moving over to the GameCube to get people to buy the GameCube, right? Like the
Yeah.
Zelda collection, they had like Zelda Link's The Adventure of Link, and then they had like Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask or something like that, I think. I think I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
But like they had the N64 graphics, they were moving over to the GameCube, but then once the GameCube got going, they started doing the games like the higher powered games like Super Mario Sunshine, Twilight Princess was the last one to come out for the GameCube. Um,
Yeah. And Paper Mario Thousand Year Door,
That
dude,
game,
that game is
bro, like I've
legendary.
never played that game before, never done anything with it, but I saw it. I was at Southeast Game Exchange today, and I went and picked it up because like it's like $125, $100 game, something like that. So
Bro, I got mine for
I
eighty
got mine for
dollars.
$80, and it's the cleanest copy I saw in that
See,
entire
see,
convention
same
center.
here. Mine doesn't have a case though. I don't have a
Mine
case
has a
for
case.
mine.
I got a case. I got the manual. I got and they're in pristine. Not they're not repros either. I
Bro,
mean like they're in pristine condition, and I got it for $80.
that's cool.
Yep. Yeah. And then I got
I got just the disc for $80, but yeah, mine doesn't have a scratch on it. Chris is borrowing it currently because he's letting me borrow Wind Waker. Wind Waker's also a really good
I just
game. That changed like the Zelda
I
flow
pit
too.
I Chris let me borrow Wind Waker. I gave it back, and then I picked it up again today for a good deal. So I got it left for like I think it's like an $80 to $85 game. Got it for 70. So, but
Yeah, I'm gonna give it back to him again because I want to finish Paper Mario again. Cause I just enjoy. I played Paper Mario like the original one on the N64 emulator for the
mhm.
Switch, and I said I like this game. Let me do Thousand Year Door, and I played it. I'm like, this is so much better than the first one.
Yeah. I Paper Mario. Um, I hadn't played any of the Paper Mario's, but I'm hyped because, like I said, like I bought the I didn't get to mention this, but when I turned it on to like test the
Well,
game,
you're starting with the best one.
starting with the best one, I turned it on to see if it played because you
Oh
know
yeah,
how GameCube games are really weird. I put it into the
yeah.
GameCube, turned it on, see if it would work, and bro, those graphics were so clean. The graphics were
Yeah,
clean.
and it opens like this.
He's holding a Bible dictionary.
A Bible.
He opened up a
That's the
Bible.
only book I had. That's the only book I had on me. It's a great book to have on you, but that's the only one I had on me. And then he opened it, and it had this. It's the Paper Mario stuff.
Yeah, it, like opens
And
up like
then
a book, and then like yeah, that was cool.
and then uh, buckle up, Buckaroo. After this game, it's all downhill
He
from here.
said,
Every Paper
"Buckle."
Mario that's came out is significantly worse than the next one. Origami King for the Switch fixed it to an extent, but the combat system is butt cheeks.
He got up close to his mic, said, "Butt cheeks." But
I had
I
to.
hadn't. I don't know. I hadn't played it, so I'll play this one and see what I say about it. But
You're gonna like it. I'll tell you. There's a quest. I'm gonna just say this part. You get a bunch of companions, and one of them is a Yoshi, and there's like 7 different Yoshis you can get based on how long you wait for. Like you just look it up. I got one of the hardest, or one of the dumbest Yoshis to get. I got a white Yoshi with the yellow swirl hair, and I named him Broshi because you can name it whatever you want. So I named
he
it
said,
Broshi.
"Broshi."
Dude, he reminds me of freaking Scrappy
It's a
Doo.
whole chat out here.
He's the one who goes, "Hey, let me at him, let me at him." He reminds me of Scrappy Doo from
Oh, let
Scooby
me
Doo.
out. Scrappy
Yeah,
Doo. That's old school.
yeah. That's what Broshi reminded me of.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with Nintendo games, I feel like there's like 3 main series that everybody talks and plays the most, and that'd be Zelda, Pokemon, and Mario. Out of these 3 series, which one like what's your favorite game out of all 3 of these series? With your favorite game Mario, favorite Zelda game, and
Ooh.
then favorite Pokemon game.
I like this. I like this. Okay.
I call it the Nintendo Holy Trilogy.
So, are we gonna do our favorite main series and our favorite side thing, or are we just doing it all together? What's your favorite period?
We can do that, our favorite main series game and our favorite side series in that main series as
Okay.
well. We can do
All right.
that.
So, let's start with Mario. Then we'll move to Zelda. Then we'll move to Pokemon. So we'll start with Mario. Mario, my favorite main series game. I would have to say either Super Sunshine or Galaxy.
I didn't know there was a Super
The Super
Sunshine.
Mario Sunshine. Yeah, you haven't played that one?
Yeah. No, I played it, but you said Super
Oh well,
Sunshine. I said
if
there's no game called
it's the
Super.
same thing,
There's no
people would have
Sunshine.
understood. People would have understand. Understood it. Understood it.
Don't hurt my mommy, you mean man.
I don't know. Just the, but
Hey Mario, that looks like a pipe.
With Super Mario Sunshine though, like it's just nostalgic. Like it's again, it's another GameCube game that I had growing up, right? Like that was Just I remember like the opening.
Dun 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 dun
You
dun dun
fly
dun
in on
dun
the
dun dun dun
plane.
dun 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 dun. Brum, bum, 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 bum. Brum, bum, 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 bum. Brum, bum, 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 brum, bum.
He's
Sorry,
ADHDing
I
out
had to
right now.
sing Delfino Plaza because it was
He's
nostalgic.
ADHDing out right now. But like when you fly in on the
This
plane or whatever, you land and then you gotta do that mission where like you find the hose thingy and like you gotta clean up the
his name's Flood, and he goes,
his name is
"Hello,
Flood.
hey Mario,
Hello
hey
Mario. Hello
Mario,"
Mario.
and then Toadsworth hit him with, "Oh, Mario, that looks like a pipe."
But yeah, I don't know. That's
Dude, my friend Sawyer can do the entire he can do the entire audio for that.
for what?
From that scene where Mario gets in prison in that game, um he knows the entire line of dialogue from that.
That means you've played the game a lot. Yeah, that's cool. But
Yeah. So talk more about why you like Sunshine, because I haven't fully beaten it yet, but I'm like halfway through. So I know I like it, but why do you like it as much?
bro, I'm gonna be honest. I beat it as a kid, but
Mm,
as an adult, I never beat it. I played a little bit of it, but why do I like it? Like I said, bro, just I hadn't got that far in it that I can remember because, like I said, as a kid, I beat it. But
mm,
I don't know. Like I said, just the nostalgia of it, like that opening scene, is just like stuck with me. I like that. And then what would I say? I'm gonna move on to my side game that I'm interested in. Mario Kart Double
yeah,
Dash, which I already mentioned earlier, was another like top game
that's
for
a good
me.
one.
Mario Party DS is pretty nostalgic for me too. Like I remember playing like the on the, like playing
Dude,
with
that's one of
friends.
the best
Yeah, like
ones.
playing with your friends, and then like you would have like the little um dice, and you would like have to run around the track or whatever, and you pick the games. That was a fun one too. Um, so
Oh
like
yeah,
between those two, if I had to choose one, I would go with probably Mario Kart Double Dash. But those two are probably equal.
yeah. So was it my favorite Mario game? And like the main series, I really like. Well, I like 64
That's a
because it's
good
like
one.
the first 3D Mario game. I like 64. It's not my favorite though. My favorite that I enjoyed a lot. I enjoyed Galaxy a lot, not Galaxy Odyssey a lot. I enjoyed Galaxy a lot, but I enjoyed Odyssey a bit more because Odyssey was one of the first games I played on the Switch, and I like all the costumes you can use, all the songs in it, and then like just everything. Like it was a really great game, and I enjoyed it a lot. Especially the part when you have to go to I believe it's New Donk City, and then you get to sing with Pauline. When Pauline starts singing, and you get to hop on the stage and do that little chorus where you go back to 2D Mario. Dude, it's gonna be crazy. Like I freaking loved that
I
scene
hadn't
because
played it yet.
Pauline's just singing "Jump Up Superstar."
I hadn't pl-
What, you haven't played
I hadn't played
Odyssey yet?
Odyssey yet. No, like I said, I'm not a big Mario dude. I'll
Wild.
pick up Mario games if I can get them for cheap, but I'm not like a super big Mario guy. But yeah, I'd be interested in
Yeah.
playing that one. Um, that one's pretty good. And then what was the other one you mentioned? Not Galaxy. Yeah, it was a Galaxy.
So
Galaxy was pretty
I
good.
want. I mentioned 64 too, but
64.
one that I
Do you
really
like the
wanted,
DS
one
version?
that I wanted to play.
The DS version or the normal one?
Nah, 3D All Stars version.
Okay, that yeah, I think that one.
Because I didn't have to play it with the N64 controller.
That's true. They do make
The
N64.
DS one was good because the mini games were based for the DS one, but the controls were dookie. I like the 3D All Stars one the most. My favorite side Mario game, I would love to say Mario RPG, although I've only played like maybe an hour of it. I am very excited for the remaster of that. Like I cannot wait. When it got announced in the direct, I almost pooped myself. Um,
I'm
but
hyped,
my
dude.
favorite
I'm
side
hyped for
Mario
that too.
game, yeah, my favorite side Mario game though is mine is Thousand Year Door. I love Paper Mario Thousand Year
Would
Door.
that be considered a
All
side
the
game?
callbacks to the original, I consider it because Paper Mario is its own game.
I don't know. Okay, so like
I would
Yeah,
consider
I
it.
could see it being a side
Because
game.
it's I'd say the main Mario games are the ones that are like the 2D side scrollers. This is more like in a way it's an RPG one. It's a role playing one.
So your 2D side scrollers, then I would say stuff like Galaxy, Odyssey. Those are main Mario games
Yeah,
too. Because like 2D
yeah,
side
those are pretty
scrollers,
good.
they got a new one coming out, the Super Mario
Yeah,
Wonder.
I can't wait for
Yeah,
Wonder.
Wonder. That
Yeah,
one looks good too. I'm not a big fan of the elephant dude, but it'd be what it be.
Elephant Mario.
But besides that, yeah, I mean, there was some good 2D games that were considered mainline, weren't like side stuff.
Like for other side ones, like Mario RPG was the side one.
That is,
Um,
I would consider that a side one, yeah, because it's like its own thing. It looks good. I hadn't played it,
yeah,
but like it looks good. I want to play the new one.
yeah, I'm really excited for that. Um, Moving from Mario, what's your favorite Zelda game, and then your side Zelda game?
Side Zelda games are weird. Okay, so let's go. I'm for the longest time it was Twilight Princess, and then but like I don't know, bro. Breath of the Wild was such a good game. Like I put every game I had away for Breath of the Wild, and I beat that game as fast as possible. Like it took me like 2 weeks, like 2 weeks or something like that. Like I would just come home from work and like straight up play the game, and that was it until I beat it. Um, and that was one of the few games I actually beat. So just the graphics, like the open world of it, it showed how powerful the Switch really it can be. Like I know everyone hates
Yeah,
the Switch because it's not powerful, but like you got to give the thing
you
credit.
know
It's not a
it
Steam
was
Deck.
supposed to be a Wii. It was supposed to be a Wii U game.
It is. It's on Wii U. It is on Wii U. But I don't know. I just like the aspect of the Switch better. Uh but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to say Breath of the Wild. Like it was Tears of the Kingdom for the longest time, or it was not Tears of the Kingdom. It was Twilight Princess for the longest time, and then I swapped up to Breath of the Wild just because it's a good game. Tears of the Kingdom's good too. I accidentally mentioned that one, but I don't know. Breath of the Wild, there's just something about it. How about and then side game
Tears of the Kingdom was really really good.
Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not finished yet. I'm getting there, but I'm not finished yet.
Oh yeah,
Are you done? You beat it?
yeah.
No, you hadn't beat it yet.
Oh no, no, I'm almost.
Oh,
Um, I need to make more dishes with the gloom in it.
gotcha. So what? You're about to go to the underground?
Oh, I already went there and got my butt handed to me, so I restarted that part of the game, and now I'm making more food with gloom reducing stuff because Ganon keeps taking my hearts and I can't regain them because I don't have enough gloom food.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm still working on the. I hadn't. I'm not playing this one as fast as I did Breath of the Wild. I'm still working on shrines, working on the
Yeah, me too.
what you call it, the phenomenons or whatever. Um, but yeah, it's a good game. But I don't know, bro. I remember grinding Breath of the Wild. But moving on to the side game, like the side stuff, like Zelda, there's not that many. Like there's like the Hyrule Warriors.
I would count Link's Awakening.
You could count Link's Awakening. I'm gonna go with Link's Awakening then. I'm gonna go with Link's Awakening DX because yeah, I had that one for the GameCube growing up too. I think that was like my first real Zelda game. You're about to show me something.
Was it? I have it on Virtual Console on the
Do
2DS.
you have DX? I got it for the Game Boy.
I don't know if I have DX. I have the original. Uh, see, no, I have DX.
Nice. DX is like the colored version, so that's cool. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think when I found the Pokemon games with the Game Boy, you remember me mentioning that in episode 1 of this podcast?
yeah.
I think DX was in there too. And that was like my first Game Boy game because my first Game Boy Color game because I had a Game Boy, but this was my Game Boy Color that my dad had. But I think that was my first Zelda game. It was either that or Twilight Princess. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that
Gotcha.
one.
My My first Zelda game was Ocarina of Time on the 3DS. I liked it, but I was a dumb kid, so it was hard and I never beat it. Then I got Majora's Mask. Same issue. I
I
was
was about
dumb
to
and
say
couldn't
you
beat it.
probably got your butt handed to you in Majora's Mask. I hate that game.
I
I
did.
hate that game. Uh
I like the concept. I don't like how hard it is.
I
But
same
the first Zelda game I actually like beat was Breath of the Wild.
facts. Facts. Facts.
And so that's why Tears of the Kingdom is my favorite Zelda game. That game is top tier. Um, I got the tears out of order, and I was confused. And then when I just collected all the tears and I rewatched all the memories in order, I'm like, it's kind of hitting, it's making me kind of
That's the
sad.
way to do it, bro. Because like I'm collecting them as I see them, but like I walk up to the tiers, I'm like, huh, you know, like I'm just watching and I'm like, what is going on? So yeah, you definitely need to watch those in order, like collect them and then just watch them in order. I agree.
Yeah, but so I was trying to get my friend Sawyer to like do the part. He goes, "Dude, it's been so long since I've done the lines. I don't remember them anymore. The ones from Mario Sunshine." Because I was going to quickly get him on here on the phone, just have him go like do the entire scene because he knows almost the entire scene. He goes, "Dude, it's been so long since I played it. I forgot everything." I was like, "Darn."
Oof.
Um,
Oof.
but yeah, just yeah. You, me, Lance, and and our friend Chris went to our other host Chris, um, who isn't here today. My boy be working.
Smedge.
Um,
We miss
agreed.
you,
But
Chris.
we all went.
Chris,
Come here,
we we
give us a hug
we
and a little butt tap.
we miss you, Chris. It's a good run. Yeah. In
Yes,
the arms of the angels.
he'll be back like next week or something.
Uh, oof,
Um,
Chris, you're being voluntold to be back next week.
yeah, he'll be back. Um, but you, me, Chris, and our friend Lance all have the tattoo sleeve unopened. Well, Lance opened his. He's the only one in the entire GameStop that opened his first and put it on. Remember
Why? Why would you
when they're
even
handing
why?
when they were handing him out? Lance is the only one in GameStop that just takes out the package and puts it on. Like, Lance, why'd you put that on? I said nobody else opened it. He goes, I'm him. I said, who? He goes, I'm Link. I said, okay, sure. Lance is Phil Carpel, the guy who makes our outro music. He's going to be doing a lot of the outro and intro music still,
That's cool.
but we're gonna have an episode with him where he's talking about music and his games and stuff because he likes Pikmin a lot. I'm gonna have a whole episode about Pikmin. Um,
Um, if I can, if I play a little bit and remember some of it, I might hop on that episode. But like, it just depends on how much I remember. It's like, I didn't own the game. Um, you
yeah,
remember Bryce from elementary
yeah.
school, Bryce Duty? Yeah, I went to his house and he had
No,
it.
I didn't. I didn't go to your elementary school. I lived in Charleston.
Ah, okay. So yeah, if you
I thought you were talking about my brother.
no, no, not your brother.
I was about to say, yeah, I remember my
Yeah, I
brother.
remember my brother. But no, Bryce. His name was Bryce, and he had Pikmin, and like I didn't understand it at the time, but like I remember watching him play it, and like I think I played a little bit of it. Um, so yeah, it would just have to be how much I remember if I hop on that episode, but. I remember it, dude. I walked into a Goodwill one time, and I walked up into the cases where they got like the videos or what the DVDs, and like I saw a Pikmin game for GameCube. I was like, it's kind of cool. Like his original one, I looked at
Do
it.
you normally find GameCube? Oh, sorry, I don't want to interrupt. You go. I'll ask a question
Yeah,
when you're
remember your
done.
question, and I'll answer in just a second. I
Yeah.
walked in Goodwill, and I was like, a GameCube game, like that's not really normal. It's like I opened it, I looked at it, and I'm like, Pikmin.
Oh, well, you answered my question
Yeah,
for me.
so I kind of heard what you said, so like I was trying to answer it at the same time, but like yeah, so but I was looking at it. It
Mm.
was Pikmin. I opened it up. It was Super Smash Bros. I found like I think it was like $60-$50 at the time. I found a $50 game at Goodwill for $5. Super Smash Bros. For the game. I hate
Mm.
Super Smash Bros. With a passion, but if I'm gonna play Super Smash Bros., it's Melee on the GameCube.
Good opinion, but I like Ultimate because um there's a reason why. Um So whenever they started announcing DLC characters since the first DLC character, I kept going, dude, it's going to be Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite games of all time. But my friend Daniel and my friend Casey were both like, dude, it's not going to be Sora. You're never going to get Sora in there. I'm like, shut up. Sora's going to get in the game. And every time we had a character prediction, I'd always be like, it's going to be Sora. And in the last one, Daniel goes, Colby, if it is Sora, I will literally I don't want to say this on camera, but I will. He said, I will literally suck you off. And I said, oh. And my friend Brian said he'd give me he said, bro, I will buy you a pizza. Brian still owes me that pizza, by the way. But
Shout out to my
so
boy
whenever
Brian.
Sora, yeah, whenever Sora came out, I was at work and I had to watch and I was watching it. This is a long time ago, like 2 years, I think, or almost 2 years. But me and my coworker were watching it, and the minute I see Mario throw that shape in the fire, I said, it's long enough to be a Keyblade. It's a Keyblade. It's a Keyblade. And it stops, and I see the Keyblade, and it cuts to the Mickey Mouse. Dude, I freaking lost it. And I went all over Discord screaming, Sora's in the game! Sora's in the game! Suck it! I won! And my friend Daniel goes, Colby has the right to gloat forever, and I can't say anything about it because I never thought Sora was going to be in the game. He goes, this is the worst ending. And to this day, I have not let him get over the fact that Sora got in Smash
Well,
Bros.
bro, like
And like Sora is my main. That's my dream character. And I'm so happy Sora's in the
I
game.
get why they think Sora wouldn't be in the game because like that's a whole
It's
you're
Disney.
talking
It's a
about you have to
Disney
get rights from
character,
Disney,
pretty much.
you'd have to get rights from like Square Enix, you'd have to get rights from like all these other companies. So
Ruh-roh.
my back
Ladies
online.
and gentlemen, my host bros. Yeah, you're good.
What where did I stop?
You said, uh, you said, oh yeah, they wouldn't get Sora because I said because he's a Disney character, and then you like cut.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I was about to say like it's hard because they got to go through Disney, they got to go through Square Enix, they have to go through like all these different companies that have the rights to Sora. So, like, I can understand why people would
Yeah,
think
and
that like he would never be in there, but I,
even Massive Hero Soccer guy didn't think it was possible, he said yeah, he said he talked to people at Disney and stuff. He was able to meet with one of the people from Disney at a meeting just by chance, and they talked about it, and they got Sora in the game, and I was like,
nice,
yes,
nice.
yeah. But then let's see, my favorite side Zelda game is the Zelda CD game because my boy Morshu going, bombs, you want them? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rupees. He goes, maybe get a little richer.
The CD game?
Yeah, dude, that it was the graphics looked horrible. Here, I'll even show you.
Yeah, because I don't know what you're
Uh,
talking about.
Zelda CD,
I know there's.
Zelda CDI.
I might know what you're talking about, but I might. Is that the? Is that like Zelda's Adventure? Is that what it's titled? Because like, hold on, I know they can't see it, so I'm gonna try to keep talking so it's not boring. But there's a
Yeah,
Zelda game that wasn't put out by Nintendo. It was put out by
no, one of them's called Link: The Faces of Evil, and Zelda: The Wand of Gamelon were developed by Animation Magic, and Zelda's Adventure was developed by Viridius, released on
yeah.
June 5th,
That's a
1994.
picture of it. Zelda's Adventure. I know they can't see it, but there's
Yeah.
you. Um, I found there's a copy of that in our area. Upstate Games. They have it. They've had it for a long time. They're asking like $1,000, but those are some rare games. Like it's hard to find those.
See, this is my favorite part. This is my guy right here, Morshu. Bombs, you want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rupees. And if you don't have rupees, he goes, come back when you get a little richer.
Oof. Every store ever. Come back when
Yeah,
you're a
I like
little
Morshu.
richer.
Yeah, he goes, come back when you're a little richer. And he does the moves like,
Wow.
that's the only reason why I like it because it's horrible. I like it because I've never
That
played it. I never
game
want to play
looks
it.
terrible.
Morshu is the only reason why I like that game because the dude is
Yeah, they
hilarious.
look pretty bad.
All right, and then we kind of went over this in Pokemon already, but what's your favorite Pokemon game?
Pearl. All of Gen 4.
Platinum.
I was about to say Gen 4. I mean, let's be honest. Pokemon games.
Cut out Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl in your set.
They weren't bad. Everyone says they were bad.
It's
They
just,
weren't
dude.
bad.
No, see, the only reason why I say it's bad is there was nothing new. When they redid Ruby and Sapphire, they added Mega Evolutions, they added a whole bunch of crap. This one is a carbon copy of freaking Platinum and Pearl just with better graphics and worse gameplay cuz my freaking Infernape turned pink and my game
I'll
crashed.
give you that. I'll give you that.
I have a picture of it too. I screenshot it. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I'll give you that though. It was a pretty just solid straight copy of the DS games, but I don't know. It did them justice. It put them on a new console. You got a remastered version. I don't know. I'm cool with it. I like them. Uh, I don't have any complaints. It's not. I mean, you're not getting anything new like you did in Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire or like Soul Silver.
They could have brought us some Mega Evolutions.
I don't think they would bring.
That's my favorite
I don't.
gimmick.
I don't think they would bring Mega Evolutions back. They would probably because like Mega Evolutions and X and Y, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so like
correct.
those came out around the same time, which is why they got Megas. So if Diamond and Pearl got something like that, they would get Dynamax because the Diamond and Pearl remakes came out with Sword and Shield, which yeah, I don't really.
Since we're still talking about Pokemon, what's your favorite gimmick of a generation and your least favorite gimmick? Because I can go first. My favorite gimmick by far is Mega Evolutions. That was the best thing they ever did. The worst one they ever did was Z moves. Z moves was freaking stupid. You get, oh, you got a crystal, you can use Mega Electro Bolt. And I'm like, I want a cool Lucario that can turn to a new form. I don't want a dumb crystal that makes me go like, they do hand moves and then do a lightning bolt.
Fair enough, but favorite gimmick. That's interesting, right? Like, are we talking?
Terastallizing,
Does it have to be
Dynamaxing.
something like that, or can I do something that like? Can I talk about the
Well,
Pokewalker?
like this is like a
What
gimmick
about the
of
Pokewalker from Heart Gold and Soul
well, like
Silver?
that's just like a
Because it's
that's just
like an add-on. Okay, because that
it's not a it's not a gimmick. That's just like an add-on device,
so you're
like
saying
a
like it has to be like a
accessory. For me, that's an accessory.
like what's my favorite like
I'm talking
power
like a
up move?
gimmick.
Like what's my favorite like boost?
Well, like what something that made the things distinct. Like X and Y and Omega Ruby were Mega Evolutions. Then Sun and Moon were Z
I hate
moves,
everything
which
with
was
Sun and Moon.
absolute
Yeah, I
dog
hate Sun and
water.
Moon.
Based. Then Sword and Shield
Dynamax,
was
and then
Dynamaxing,
what are
and
they
then
on
Scarlet and
now?
Violet is Terastallizing.
I'm gonna be honest.
So Mega Evolutions was by
I'm
far
not
my
a fan
favorite.
of terastallizing. Like it's okay.
Mm-mm.
It's okay to an extent because like it can turn a Pokemon into a different typing, which creates like weird. Um,
Makes it kind of OP in a certain situation.
yeah, like if you got like a water terrestrial type, Terra type Charizard, then like you got like a water
Mm.
flying type, like water fire flying type. I don't know. Like the you know what? I don't hate it. I hate the way it looks, but I don't hate it. I like the idea of being able to make like new combos. Um, but if I
Yeah.
had to choose like one, I don't know. I'd probably go with probably Megas as well because Megas seem realistic. Dynamax, like some of the forms of Dynamax, I didn't like. Like I didn't like Charizard's looks
Mm-mm.
weird. Um,
The Inteleons was freaking
and only like
stupid.
some Pokemon could Dynamax. Like some of them would just get big. Some of them had forms, and then the rest
Hmm.
of them would just get big, which I didn't like that. So I would have to go with Megas as well. And they looked real, like Mega evolved Pokemon look realistic.
Yeah. And then talking about Dynamaxing real quick, one of my only favorite things about Sword and Shield was the gym music, the dun dun dun
I
dun
love the
dun.
crowd. Yeah, I love the like crowd music, like the whoa, whoa. Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Scarlet and Violet brought that, but it doesn't sound as similar as it was from Sword and
yeah.
Shield.
It's not as good. Sword and Shield. They're the.
Yeah.
I'm not a big music guy. Like I'm not paying attention to music when I play a game. I know you are. But
That
like,
surprises me because you be listening, you be playing music like
well, I do
crazy
be playing
on
music. I've been
Xbox.
goofing off on my mini keyboard over here the entire time. But yeah, so I got it like on low, and I'm playing like I'll like if I get bored, I'll just tap on it. But anyway, um, yeah. So I don't know. I thought the like you're a bigger music guy than I am, but I will say like that caught my attention whenever like you're in the arena and you're doing a gym battle, and there's like the whoa, whatever. So you about to solve a Rubik's cube? I can solve a Rubik's cube too. I don't have one on me though.
No, I can't. I'm stupid.
I can. But anyway, yep. So what?
All right, and then let's see.
Uh
um, what is your favorite underrated Nintendo
we
game?
didn't talk about side Pokemon.
One that
Side
like you
Pokemon.
like, but a
S-
lot of people. One that you like,
Side
but a lot of people keep
side
sleeping on.
Pokemon game. What's your favorite side Pokemon game?
Oh, junk. I forgore. Thanks. Um, my favorite side Pokemon game. I like Pokemon Ranger, but I don't think it's Pokemon Ranger. I really like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Time. That one was the first side
Uh
Pokemon game I
yeah.
played, and I got my favorite starter the first time. I got Mudkip the first time,
Is
so I
that
was
what
like,
you I think
"Cool,
that's what you
I'm playing it,"
mentioned.
and I enjoyed it a
I think
lot.
that's what you mentioned last time too. I think you said yeah,
Yeah,
cuz
I do like Pokemon Ranger a lot,
I think
but
that's what Chris said.
I like the
I
Mystery
think I
Dungeon a
think
little bit
Chris
more.
said Ranger, and then you said Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and then I said Stadium
Yeah,
because I just liked. It was like the
yeah.
first time you really saw Pokemon on a big screen, and I like the idea. Like if
Mm,
you had your Game Boy game in there, you could transfer your Pokemon from the Game Boy game to Stadium, and you could see them on the TV.
yeah,
Like that was a cool feature. That's a cool gimmick too, because that was like the first time.
yeah.
Yeah, that was like the first time you really saw like you could take something that was a sprite on your Game Boy that didn't move, like it just shifted like that, um,
Yeah, give it
and
more
it gave it more,
humanity.
yeah, like a more like realistic feel to it. So I would have to say like that's a good gimmick too. But in gimmicks, you're talking about Mega, but I do like the Pokewalker and
Yeah,
Stadium. So I'd have to say my favorite side game
yeah.
Stadium. Pokemon Go is pretty good too. Now,
Base. I agree.
not
I do too.
when it first came out, bro. It was so boring.
I'm doing a quest. Yeah, I agree. I'm doing a quest right now to get Shiny Mew because Shiny Mew is my favorite. Well, Mew's my favorite mythical, so Shiny Mew is like my favorite shiny mythical, and I have to do a quest for it, and I have
Is
to
Mew
send
mythic?
151 gifts to my friends, and it's going to take me
I thought
forever.
Mew was legendary.
No, Mew is a mythical. Mewtwo is legendary.
Huh. Okay. Because I thought,
Let me make sure I'm not being
yeah,
stupid.
because Mew is like has the DNA of all Pokemon. Like all Pokemon descended from Mew.
Mew's a
It
mythical.
is mythical.
It is a mythical Pokemon, though it was previously classified in non-Japanese media as a legendary Pokemon, alongside Pokemon such as Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and Mewtwo. Mew's number in the national dex is 151, uh,
So it was
etc.
previously
But Mew is a
legendary, but it got
mythical
transferred.
because it's a mythical because it is believed to contain the genetic codes of all Pokemon in its DNA.
Okay.
Don't know why that considers it
Yeah, like
mythical, but
wouldn't it
sure.
make it a legendary because it's part of the
But
lore?
everything says it's mythical. Everything says it's mythical, so I'm gonna just go
All
with it.
right. Well, I don't know. It'd be what it be. I don't know. We could talk about that in an episode one day too. Like what's the difference between a legendary and a mythical? But
Yeah,
that's fine. I don't know.
yeah, of course. Um,
Yeah. Anyway.
But now, because I got too excited the first time, what's your favorite underrated Nintendo game? It's not one that's like underrated, but one that you like, you think people sleep on. One that you like that other people are like, I don't know much about that one.
I'm still kind of weird on this one, right? Like I don't really know cuz like I feel like there's stuff that I think is big but other people may not. So like
Yeah,
I'm I don't really know where to go with here cuz like I'm going to go with either Pikmin or Shadow the Hedgehog here probably, but Shadow the Hedgehog's really not that underrated. I feel like it's properly rated.
I'm saying not a lot of people play it. I mean, I don't. I've never played it. I just know. I think it's funny because Shadow's holding a gun. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know. That
Stand
game's
back.
so
He's got a
fast
gun.
though. Like right when you start, bro, it's like boom, you're in it. You know what I'm saying? So
This is why I hate Sonic games.
yeah, like right after the first cutscene, you're like you're full blast in it. So I don't know. I don't feel like Shadow's underrated. I feel like it's properly rated.
Listeners, I'm sorry, but I hate any Sonic game, and I'm not apologizing for it.
I'm logging out.
The movies are good. I
I'm
like the
logging out.
movies.
Sonic's all right, bro. I don't know
Oh.
what you're talking about. Sonic's good. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I like Sonic better than I do Mario.
The only Sonic game like I enjoy, I haven't beat it, but I enjoy Sonic Mania because the music in that game is really, really
See,
good.
you're a music guy. I mean,
I
I don't know. I like Sonic games. I like them better than I do the Mario games. Some of them. Hey yo, I'm gonna take that back because X not XD Guild Dark. This is Pokemon. The Sonic XD Director's Cut or whatever DX Director's Cut.
Mhm.
That game looked awful, and it felt like kind of like in. I didn't
Yeah,
get that far, but like from what I did play, it felt like a rip off of Mario Sunshine, right?
bro, you gotta watch Scott the Waz's videos on these. Dude is a legend with describing this stuff. Um,
But anyway,
my favorite, like I call it underrated.
I,
It's the original Animal Crossing on the GameCube. Because like not a lot of people play that one anymore. They're usually stuck with New Horizons, New Leaf. Um, I like the original. Sometimes just simple is perfect. The original is like everything like every base Animal Crossing game has, but it's just simple. There's no extra stuff. Like you can't dive in the pool. You can't decorate like stuff. You can't make the island yours. You do what you do. Talk to your animals every day. Do your normal stuff. Dig up your fossils, sell it, pay off the Tanuki. You're good. That's it. And the rain music is phenomenal. I love this game. This game is like my safe spot. Whenever I'm feeling really stressed or like really anxious, I hop on the Animal Crossing
so,
game. Talk to my boy Bill the
so
Duck.
that's your comfort game.
Yeah, my boy Bill the Duck is based, and if I lose that villager, I'm gonna be really
We
smashed.
glitched out again. We glitched out again. So,
Oh,
but yeah. Anyway,
my boy Bill the Duck is based.
true.
Here,
Oh no, I haven't played much Animal Crossing.
I gotta show you Bill then real quick. He's a red duck and he likes
Only
sports.
Animal Crossing game I played was New Horizons for the Switch. It was fun. I might get it again. I played like a couple hours and was like, oh yeah, I remember him. He's cool.
That's my boy Bill.
Bro,
Bill's
was that
cool.
LeBron James?
Uh, yes, the Bron James. Um, yeah, I do. I do, however, have an honorable mention for an underrated game. I know it's not underrated at all, but freaking Donkey Kong Country has the best soundtrack of any game I've played my entire life. I love, I love Donkey Kong Country's soundtrack to an
But you
extent.
see, that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, there's games that I think would be big. Like, personally, I'm like, Donkey Kong's a big game, but other people would consider it underrated. It's like I don't really know what to call underrated, which is why I'm like, this is a hard question for me. I don't know.
Dude, I will play for you my favorite song in Donkey Kong Country, and you're gonna be like, I know exactly which one you're
I
talking
do
about.
know in Donkey Kong Country, everyone hates the cart level.
It does suck.
Agreed. Agreed.
The best
Don't play too
song
much. We
in this
don't want to
game.
get copyrighted.
I'm not aquatic ambiance by far my favorite. Well, since you interrupted halfway through the song, we're no longer going to get copyrighted, so there we
That's
go.
true.
But aquatic ambiance by far my favorite like song from any video game. That I've been playing that one. I've been playing Mario Kart Country since I was little, so that's one of my nostalgia songs from any video game. So that's for me that's my favorite underrated because I'm sure a lot of other people play it now, but back in the day it was really good. I'm thinking nowadays it's a lot of people might not know about it, but the music for me is phenomenal, and I've enjoyed most of the game that I've played.
Fair enough.
Now, what are some gripes you have with some new Nintendo games? Because
Nintendo,
I'm opening
I'm talking to
I'm
you.
opening the floor
I'm
for you.
talking to you right now, Nintendo. take longer than 30 seconds to create a game. Do it. Try it. You might actually make a game that's worth playing. I don't know, bro. I'm so sick. I'm
That's
so sick of
valid.
like the games that come out so fast. Like, bro, Scarlet and Violet could have been a top tier Pokemon game. That is the direction Pokemon is to be going, right?
My game still lags.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. We're what? We're months.
The game came out like November last year.
Exactly, bro. We're getting close to a year the game's been out and it's still lagging. Like, bro, take a couple years off.
Watch it be even more laggy when the DLC comes out.
Bro, I'd be so mad. Cause like, bro, I'm tired of it. Like, Sword and Shield were not that great either. You got there's some other games that
I
came out
got
that
my
are so
shiny Mimikyu in that one, so I'm happy.
based. But I don't know, bro. Like I
Mm.
just wish Nintendo would take their time with games. Like I understand they're kids games, but bro, they're just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. They're putting so many games out. It's like, bro, stop putting games out and take care of the games you have. Right?
Yeah,
That would be my number one
because
gripe.
I have a gripe too, but I'm waiting until you finish because mine. You're gonna like my gripe
Go
as
ahead.
well.
I'm done.
My gripe is that Nintendo needs. Hey, Nintendo, you have games that are already out on old consoles, and you keep deciding to bring them back with no upgrades or anything. It's the same game, just ported to the Switch. Like Breath of the Wild, could have added a little bit more stuff, but nah, you're gonna just bring it to the Switch. All these other
Bro.
games for the Wii U and stuff, are we gonna upgrade? Are we gonna upgrade it?
Hey bro.
No, we're
Hey.
just gonna put it on the
Hey bro.
Switch.
So Breath of the Wild came out at the same time.
No, it came out for the Wii U a little bit before it
Well, I
did
mean, same thing.
the
Same thing
Switch.
for the Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess came out for the GameCube, and then it got ported over to Wii. There was nothing special about it.
Yeah, but like they keep bringing all these games over that we've already played before with nothing new in it. It's just the same game. It looks like a hint
I
better.
agree with you. I agree.
Not
I agree
really.
with you to an extent. Like, okay, Diamond and
See,
Pearl.
I played Pac-Man World. Look, I played Pac-Man World on the GameCube. It was fun. I played Pac-Man World Repack. It's got better graphics, but the game's butt cheeks. I don't like
That
it. I'm like, bruh, I wasted like $20
that
on
is
this.
what I agree with. That I agree with games that were like from like way back in the day, 2000s, 1990s, whatever. Like if it's a game like Pokemon Pearl, like Shining Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, whatever the heck they are, those games should have something extra in them because they're old.
So look
What
here,
is your incentive?
that's my gripe with those two games.
Exactly.
That's my gripes with with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Um, they are copies of Diamond and Pearl, but Platinum was the definitive edition. Platinum had a way better battle tower. It had the negative zone or whatever for Area Zero, whatever the freaking place is called, where Garatina's realm. Um, I think Platinum. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl had that too, but freaking Platinum had like a bunch of like different other areas, like other Pokemon that would show up in the games over, like other stuff to do. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl didn't add anything from Platinum. They're just copies of Diamond and Pearl. They didn't have a good battle tower. They didn't have like if you're gonna redo a game, don't make it look better with nothing new in it. Because for me, it felt like I played Diamond and Pearl at least 5 times in my life before Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl came out. It came out, I'm like, cool. It's just a game in 3D. I've played this game before. I know where everything's at, and I did. Nothing new happened. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't shocked. I was like, yep, cool. I knew how to fight Cynthia. Beat her first time because I've done it 8 times before. Didn't add anything new.
I
Like it got me mad.
I what am I trying to say? Cynthia was harder when we were kids.
Not for
When
me.
we
I
no,
grind.
when we were kids, like on the original, she's harder.
I lost my first playthrough. Never lost to her again.
Bro, I think what everyone did to beat her right was just like try to over level as much as you can and then just revive,
Go to the Pokemart and be like, I'll take your entire stock.
potion, max revive, potion.
And then say tuna sub, but
and then you run out of
backwards.
potions and you die.
No, Austin, you didn't say tuna sub backwards. I need you to say tuna sub backwards.
Well, thanks for listening to the episode.
You lagged and I
This
couldn't
is
hear anything.
welcome to the episode, or thank you for
It's
watching.
not
Thanks for
done.
watching. I'm gonna head
We
out.
still have another part
I'm
talking
gonna head
about.
out.
Tuna sub backwards is bust a nut. Okay. The last part of the topic for the night is what type of game do you want from Nintendo that you know is probably never going to happen? I have two, but so I'll let you go first, unless you have to think for a little bit.
I want a Pokemon game that works.
Well, see, look, like
That was a joke,
here's what I
but
mean.
that
Like
was a joke.
the type
I
of
know.
game that I want that seems unlikely. I don't know, but here I'll talk. I'll save my best topic for after you do yours. Like I'll do one, you do one, and I'll do my actual real one. But the first one that I want that I seem like Nintendo's never going to do is a Pokemon game where you start in Generation One, make a whole team, and beat all Gen One, then you go to Gen Two, beat the entirety of Gen Two. You're in Gen Three. Go all the way to Gen 3, beat it, you're in Gen 4. All the way to Gen 4, go to Gen 5. Beat Gen 5, go to Gen 6. After Gen 6, go to Gen 7. You can just build your team however you want to. You can go through every generation doing whatever you want, and it's an all in one game. It's all in one game. And Nintendo's never going to do that.
I
Because they're like, yeah, that if we do that, no one's going to buy any Pokemon game ever again. And that's true. But they're never going to do it. And it sucks. Because that would be very
I hear
enjoyable.
you, but I'm gonna have to be like, why wouldn't you just want a Pokemon MMO with every generation in it? Hello.
That's kind of what it is.
Well,
Like
that's what I'm
you
saying.
can use your team from it. You can use your team from like any generation that you already play
All
through in
right.
this game, and you can just keep doing
It's like,
whatever you
what
want.
if you?
But I know what you're doing by I know what you mean by MMO. Like you mean you just
Well, I was gonna
they
lay
don't
it
play
out.
in like every single generation's game. Like they do quests in certain
I,
areas,
I
like
was about
quest
to
in Johto,
say,
quest in Kanto,
like,
quest
cause
in.
like to do that, bro, that's gonna be a long game. What you're wanting to do is like make one long Pokemon game where they're all in chronological order. I
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know they would never do it.
it's too long of a game. Yeah, I don't feel like anyone would actually
Yeah,
complete that.
your version sounds
But I
better,
mean,
but
like
like
what?
that's my idea. But you explained it a
But
lot better for
I
me.
like your idea. But how I would do it is I would have like a MMO type thing. Like you drop in, you spawn, and then like you have like all like you have like doors to every region. Like you have Kanto, Johto, you know, whatever, right? Like you have like doors that, and then like you could go to the server you wanted that was like the where you wanted to go, and you could go in there and they had like routes, but like it was more open world. Like it's not like
Or they just make the whole map connected.
you could,
Find a way to make every generation's map connect.
like you could, but maybe make I don't know. I like the idea of maybe having like a hub and then like being able to go to each region because the regions aren't connected canonically in the games, right? Because if they were, you would
Yeah.
I think like Kanto and Johto are really
It'd be
close.
like Pangea, bro. It'd be like
Yeah,
Pangea.
exactly. I mean like, bro, hey, you could do something like that though, right? Like you could do like a like Legends Arceus where it was Sinnoh before it was Sinnoh, but like have like a Pangea type thing where like all the regions are still connected to each other.
That's valid.
That would
That'd be
be
really
cool
good,
too.
actually.
That would be pretty cool too. And then like have like the same idea,
And then it breaks
have
apart.
like the old forms of Pokemon like they're doing right now with Scarlet and Violet, like have like a but I don't know. I think that would be cool too. Have like an MMO and you can like there's like different like levels you could go into like you know in Lego games. Like when you're playing like Lego Star Wars, you can go into like episode 1, 2, or 3 or episode 4, 5, or 6. Like you could do that. Like you could go into the whatever region you wanted to and you could like collect Pokemon from that region. I think that would be pretty cool. And like you said, you can take your team from one and mix it with a team from another region. And yeah, so
Yeah.
that'd be neat. I'd be cool with that.
All right. So what's one that you think that you would like but would never happen unless that was the one?
I would go with that. I would go with that. It won't
All
happen
right.
because
So
we've been asking for something
yeah,
similar to that forever. They haven't said what I said, but we've said like we want a Pokemon MMO. We've wanted that forever, and they just haven't
yeah,
done it. We have a bunch of
yeah.
fakes, like we
So
have Temtem, we have
yeah.
all that crap, but we don't have like an actual one.
So my other idea that I have is I somewhat mentioned it earlier. Um, remake Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. This one I won't be upset if everything stays the same, because if they try to add anything new, it's just going to be horrible. Because every time they try to add something new to Paper Mario, they make it worse than it needs to be. Like
Bro,
make a good one, or a better idea that I know they're never going to do. Make another good Thousand Year Door. Make a sequel. In fact, I know what they could do if they remastered Thousand Year Door. Luigi keeps talking like you see Luigi. This is going to be a spoiler, Austin. So cover your ears or something, unless you don't care about Luigi in the game. Okay, awesome. He's covering his ears. Okay, so in the game, you see Luigi a lot, and whenever you get to talk to Luigi, he has his own side adventure where he has to save like a waffle princess in the waffle kingdom or whatever. Why can't they just remake Thousand Year Door, and with DLC content or extra content, they do the whole side story where you could do Luigi and his adventure through what he's doing when Mario's taking his adventure in Thousand Year Door. Okay, you're good. You can put your headphones back in.
okay. That was,
All
I
right,
was
you're
just
good.
sitting here
Yeah.
just watching you like nerd out. I'm just like with no audio. I was
Oh,
like,
it's because look, here's what I can say with nothing spoiling. Whenever Mario's doing stuff in Thousand Year Door, Luigi's having his own adventure somewhere else. So what I said is, why don't they just have they do the remaster of Thousand Year Door, but then for extra content, just go through Luigi's story too, play through his, just make his side story while Mario like make his story whenever Mario's doing his
have
stuff.
like a
You can play through Luigi's story, see what
have
Luigi's
like two
doing.
stories running side by side, and then they and then they keep
Yeah,
crossing paths.
that's
Yeah,
basically what I'm saying. Yeah, just have a net, like they can actually just make Luigi's story so we can see what he's doing while Mario's doing his stuff in Thousand Year Door.
I agree.
Because Luigi's having his own adventure. He tells you about it. He tells you stories about it, and I'm like, hmm?
Yeah, that would be cool.
I'm not spoiling the stories for you, but like this is what I was saying, just the
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, like that would be cool to go
That'd be
through
good.
that.
But Nintendo's probably not going to ever do that, and it
Nintendo gives
sucks.
us nothing. Nintendo gives us nothing. They give us hope,
Well,
and then they take it
hey,
away.
they remastered the Mario RPG. That's good enough for me for now, at
We'll
least.
see. I haven't played the original one.
This means Thousand Year Door's next in line.
Is it though?
Yeah, because Mario RPG came out before Thousand Year Door.
Are they doing that? Are they going in order like that?
I don't even know. I'm not in the. I don't know about the whole Nintendo canon. I just know that if they did, they should totally 100% do Paper Mario Thousand Year Door next.
Yeah. If it's that good of a game, then yeah. Or at the very bare minimum, put it on the GameCube emulator for Switch.
Agreed. And make a GameCube emulator for the
But
Switch too.
if they did that, it would tank the price of the game, which actually
100%.
wouldn't even be that bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know. Like as a collector, I love when things fall in price so that I can collect it. But as like someone who owns like a business and stuff, it's like, oh, I just got this for a good deal and now it's falling. you know?
As a man, I like when things fall because it's funny.
True. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to think of anything else. Well, this is a broad topic, and we still got many things we can discuss involving Nintendo, including how they like to make new farm games that nobody ever wants to play.
Farming Simulator 2867.
Yeah, where you get a slightly more rusted tractor than the previous edition.
The corn graphics are a little bit better.
I saw the patch lagging over in Acre A3.
I'm done. Oh my
Gosh,
god, I couldn't.
I couldn't either. I wouldn't
I
want
used
to.
to play it on my iPhone in high school, but it was free.
I
It
never
was
did.
free.
Mm, couldn't have been me. I played Goat Simulator.
Oof. I played
Yeah,
Minecraft, Farming Simulator. What else did I play? Um, I tried Fortnite on mobile. It was trash.
it was mid, to say
I
the
mean,
least. It
I
was
played all the
mid.
classics too: Angry Birds, Jetpack Joyride.
I still have Jetpack Joyride on my phone.
I don't, because I don't like mobile gaming anymore.
That's valid. All right, guys. Well, let us know. I'm gonna open a poll to see what everybody else's favorite Nintendo game is, or one that you think's the most slept on, that's underrated. Let me know what you think. Let us know what you think and what you like. You can find us on TikTok at hyperfixated_podcast. You can find us on Instagram at the same way. Instagram has our link tree set up for our Twitter, our TikTok, and our Instagram profile. And I'm about to work on a YouTube one. All I'm doing is making thumbnails for those, and we're gonna have our podcast uploaded on YouTube as well to get a wider audience. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you enjoy, spread it around to your friends you think might like Nintendo. We'll see you in the next one. Any words of departure, Austin?
Yeah. So on YouTube, my name is SavePoint Games. I do some gameplays and stuff. So if you like that, I do Pokemon pack openings as well. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, go check me out. SavePoint Games. I'm the little blue dragon dude. Appreciate it.
Dragging these nuts across your face. All right, guys. We'll see you at the same time next week.
Deuces. Peace.
Poopses.
Hey, let me get a minute. Hey, let me get one too. Hey, let me hold one. Yeah, minute right there. What the dog doing? 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 What the dog what the dog doing? Yeah, there, right there. Yeah, there, right there. Yeah, there, right there. Yeah, there, right there. What the dog doing? 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 What the dog doing?